Good afternoon. It's Wednesday, July 10, 2024. Peace as a part of the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this afternoon. Rivers Information Commissioner dismisses ultimatum by Amehule-led Assembly. Former PDP spokesperson Olobodio faults NEC for failing to resolve crisis in River State. Economists charge government to address factors affecting availability and price of goods. And on the foreign scene, calls for Biden to consider stepping aside grow among democratic leaders. I'm Ifichuku Moyele with the news. Now, the River State Commissioner for Information, Joe Johnson, says the 7-day ultimatum issued by the Martin Amehule-led Assembly demanding that Governor Fubara presents the 2024 state budget to them holds no validity. Speaking on Nigerian 4FM's Morning Crossfire, Mr. Johnson said the state government does not recognize the Amehule-led Assembly since their defection to the APC.
The authentic speaker known to law by the judgment of a court is Right Honorable Victor Kojombo. Martin Amehule is just grandstanding. There is a substantive judgment that says stop parading. That's the court. They know that they do not belong to that house. The House of Assembly, which is its own jurisdiction, had gone to appeal the judgment. The subject matter that took them to court is still there. The only thing was that it went to the wrong altar. Court even helped the matter by saying this matter, though went to the wrong place, the right place for it to go to is Federal High Court. It didn't say Amehule has been reinstated as a member. It didn't also say that they're members of the House.
Mr. Johnson also spoke of the position of the state government regarding the ruling of Justice James Omotosho, which the Amehule-led lawmakers are relying on.
When we appeared before Mr. President on the 18th of December, part of the 8-point agenda was go and withdraw all cases in court. The governor came back here and we withdrew all our cases, including that case. But rather than the judge, who ordinarily gotten our own part of the brief withdrawn, rather than follow it, he passed judgment on a matter that was not defended. But the only thing that judgment they are holding is doing for us is that in that judgment, Martins and 24 or 27 of them swore to depose an affidavit that they were members of APC.
Also, on the continued police barricade at the Secretariat, Mr. Johnson noted that the appeal court has already ruled out any possibility of tenure elongation.
The Nigerian police, I must say with a sense of decency, that they have not been very strict in my opinion. They say they are waiting for Court of Appeal to give judgment. Yesterday, Court of Appeal gave judgment that tenure elongation was alien to our constitution. That judgment was delivered, is everywhere, yet the police is looking the other way because there is an interest that they are protecting. I want to ask the Nigerian police to be professional.
The Information Commissioner also assured that despite the political challenges, the Governor Fubara-led administration remains committed to the development of River State. Meanwhile, former spokesperson for the People's Democratic Party (PDP) Kola Olobodio has faulted the National Executive Council of the party for failing to resolve the political crisis in Rivers State. Recall that Governor Fubara said the PDP had failed Rivers people, saying they now rather run a movement in the state. He said this when the Senate Committee on Privatization and Commercialization visited him last month. Speaking on Nigerian 4FM's Morning Crossfire today, Mr. Olobodio agreed with Governor Fubara. In the meantime, a former Kaduna Central Senator Shehu Sani says only God can resolve the political crisis in Rivers State. In a tweet yesterday, Mr. Sani said the feud between Governor Fubara and his predecessor Nyesom Wike in Rivers State has been left in the hands of God. However, some residents of Port Harcourt want the Supreme Court and the international community to intervene and promote long-term peace in Rivers State. Their call follows the 7-day ultimatum issued to Governor Siminalayi Fubara on Monday by the Martin Amihula-led Assembly to present the 2024 budget to them. In an interview with our correspondent, the resident called for sustainable governance amid the economic challenges.
That Section 109, that upon defection from the party that sponsored you, you cease to be a member of the House. Just some of short judgment cannot override Nigerian Constitution.
Presenting this budget again is giving the government plenty issues. This has been going on for how long? The stress and the rigors and the back and forth is becoming too extensive. And I think it's actually affecting the people.
All these problems, all these struggles is very unnecessary. I think they should just leave the governor to concentrate on more important issues in the state.
The international community should step in. Let them come and use diplomacy to solve this issue. They are playing politics above the interests of the masses of this state. We are suffering. This thing is not changing the price of rice or the price of garri in the market.
Moving on, a human rights group, Center for Basic Rights Protection and Accountability campaign, is asking the Rivers State Police Command to thoroughly investigate the alleged sexual assault of a 2-year-old toddler by a 45-year-old man identified as Udo Chika. The incident reportedly happened at Gada Street, Ubunabali, in Port Harcourt City Local Government Area of Rivers State. National coordinator of the group, Prince Wiro, tells correspondent Mikotoka that the suspect was arrested last Friday by the police from the OGRA division following a complaint by the toddler's father.
We call on the Rivers State Police Commander, the cases at State CID, to ensure a thorough investigation to ascertain the claims made by the father of the girl, as the suspect has denied the allegation. And if the suspect, in the course of investigation, is found culpable, he should be made to face the law.
Reacting to this, the Public Relations Officer of the State Police Command, Grace Iringikoko, said the suspect has been transferred to the State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department of the command. In other news, the Nigeria Bar Association (NBA) has defended the federal government's endorsement of the Samoa Agreement, clarifying that it does not include any clause on same-sex marriage. NBA President, a senior advocate of Nigeria, Yakubu Maikiau, made the clarification after the House of Representatives called for a suspension of the implementation of the agreement. The NBA said the agreement respects Nigeria's laws, including the Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act of 2023. As you may know, the Samoa Agreement, signed to enhance EU relations with 79 countries, including Nigeria, focuses on areas like democracy, economic growth, climate change, and social development. Still to come, Rivers State Transport Company resumes operations. Stay with us.
Oh yes!
Back and now the rest of the news. Following the federal government announcement of a 150-day duty-free import window for food commodities to lower food prices, economist Ayodele Momodu has called on the government to address bottlenecks affecting the availability and price of goods. Professor Ayodele Momodu, a lecturer in the Department of Economics at Rivers State University, told correspondent Mekotoka that the federal government should put measures to address issues like hoarding, middlemen, and smuggling, which affect food prices and availability in the country. He also commended the federal government for listening to the plight of Nigerians and providing solutions to alleviate them.
If we don't remove these bottlenecks, as soon as the food lands your port, I'm telling you, they will be taken off immediately. I will give you a very small example. There was a time treated mosquito nets came in from China. Hey, did you find those treated mosquito nets in the hospital? That's the kind of thing I'm saying. How would they be able to make sure that you don't get it at that reduced price? It's by first and foremost creating artificial scarcity. You hold it. When you hold it, the price naturally will go up. You don't know what we are experiencing with petroleum products and other things. Once the price gets to the level they want, they'll bring the goods out. By then, Nigeria will have started saying, it doesn't matter what the amount is, let us just have it.
Professor Momodu also advised the federal government to ensure funds are available for importation to avoid the influx of substandard food items. And now, as part of measures to ensure free flow of traffic along the Rumokoro axis, the chairman, caretaker committee of Obiak local government area, Chijoke Ihunwo, has started dislodging those trading along the major road. Mr. Ihunwo, who personally led his team to various markets, said going forward his administration will not tolerate street trading. He said street trading along the major road is constituting nuisance in the local government. He said any trader found trading along the major roads will be arrested and prosecuted. Our correspondent reports that the CTC chairman of Obiak local government area, Chijoke Ihunwo, also constituted a 9-member sanitation committee. He said the committee will be chaired by Chijoke Sunday Chinda as vice chairman and Samuel Wali as secretary. In business, the Rivers State Transport Company RTC is said to have resumed operations after 4 years. We will bring you details in our subsequent bulletin. In entertainment, Nollywood actress Toyin Ibrahim says it is not true that she illegally arrested an ex-user who defamed her alongside his mother. She told those bullying her that she has not arrested anybody's mother. However, she's only exercising her democratic right. In sports, Tottenham Hotspur youth player Miracle Adewale, who recently committed to the club on a scholarship deal, is at the center of an international crisis due to his multiple citizenships. Now, Adewale, who was born in Germany to a Nigerian-Austrian father, is eligible to represent Germany, Nigeria, Austria, and England's youth team, posing a decision dilemma over his international future.
We talk about everything.
92.3 Nigeria Info.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
U.S. Senator Michael Bennet has publicly expressed doubt about President Joe Biden's re-election prospect. Now, this follows calls by 7 congressmen urging President Biden to consider stepping aside. Mr. Bennet, in an interview, suggested that Mr. Biden may lose to Donald Trump in a landslide, but did not directly advise him to withdraw from the race.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. Rivers Information Commissioner Joe Johnson has dismissed the ultimatum by the Amehule-led assembly. Former PDP spokesperson Kola Olobodiyan has faulted the party for failing to resolve the crisis in Rivers State, and on the foreign scene, calls for Biden to consider stepping aside grow among Democratic leaders. The news was edited by Constance Mega. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Monyeli. Many thanks for listening.
we take off with the biggest conversations with an exchange of opinions and ideas on the Morning Crossfire.
Settle you into your day when we say hello, Port Harcourt.
Take you on a ride to the sunny side of life.
Cover a bit while picking at the details on hard facts.
Take a detour through the exciting world of sports.
And get back on track with Let's Talk.
Land you safely as we chit-chat into the morning on Chat Station. And then do it all over again on your number one talk, news and sports radio station, 92.3 Nigeria Info.